To dine or not to dine? That is the question. Sorry we're a little bit late, everyone, but welcome into another episode of the Disney Double Take. We are back and better than ever. We got our boxing gloves on and we're ready to go as Steve and I tonight duke it out over the Disney dining plan. We've been trying to find some really fun topics that really you have people on the fence with both sides. And I think we have another good one tonight with the dining plan. Steve, what do you think, buddy?
Oh, I think so too. I mean, the one of the best things about this is obviously doing it all respectful, everything that you and I disagree on a lot of different things. And it's the fact that we respect each other's opinions and we get to have these little banters back and forth that make it interesting. And the dining plan is one of those.
I agree 100%. I'm just going to put this in here right now. Yes or no. But before we get started, first off, how are you doing, buddy? It's been a while since we talked. Everything good?
Man, lots changed since last time we talked. So
yeah,
I'm good. I'm real good.
Good.
It's been a rough. It's not been rough. It's been a quick and stressful 3 weeks, but it's going to be well worth it. So
that's awesome. I'm glad. Well, I'm glad you're back, bud. We're gonna have a good time tonight. We missed you.
Absolutely.
Let's do a little bit of mousekeeping and say hello to everybody, and then we'll get started. Of course, Dean over at The Live Place, theliveplace.com. Check them out. Family-friendly streams throughout the week, Monday through Sunday. If you're looking for a stream, whether it's Disney or another genre, it's not all Disney over there. Certain time of the day, certain person, certain channel, that's the place to go, The Live Place. He is the TV guide of live streamers for sure. Our two partner channels here at Mouse Talk. Of course, we have this guy right over here, Steve, who goes live on Monday nights with Just Another Monday Night. And, of course, Disney Dan, who usually goes live on Saturdays with Disney Fiasco. He's missed a couple weeks. He did talk a little bit about that tonight on our Disney movie review. He is back next week. He goes live on Saturdays. He has also Sunday mornings with Disney Nuts and Sunday evenings with me for Disney movie review. To our members, thank you to all of our members. We definitely appreciate your generosity and loyalty and taking that extra step. It means the world to Melissa and I. So we definitely appreciate that. And then other than that, let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Steve, I will run through this really, really fast, buddy, and then we'll get started. The Frosted Flakes, welcome in. MVP, welcome in. Cucumber High Fill, welcome in. Craig's Robotics, welcome in. Brian Eisenhardt is here. What's up, Brian? Good to see you, buddy, a member. Team Marie's Place. Hey, Tina, another member, welcome in. MVP is also a member. I didn't say that, but welcome in. Melanie's Magical Adventures, welcome in, another member. Chris Schlemmer's in the house. What's up, buddy? Chris is a friend of mine from back in Maryland. Miss you, pal. Hope you're doing well. He's also a member. We have Make It Blue, a Disney adventure. Caitlin's back in the house. What's up, Caitlin? Another member. Been a while. Hope you're doing well. Happy's Haunts is here. Gene is here. Noah's in the house. What's up, Noah? Good to see you, pal. Paul Engel, another Maryland guy, is here, and he's also a member. Paul, good to see you, buddy. James Ryan, my man, got to see James this weekend. Went to dinner with him and some other friends. It was fantastic. James is also a member. James, good to see you, pal. I'm glad you got back safe. Let's see who else is here. Barb, Faith, Hope, and Disney is in the house. Barb, good to see you. Another member. Hope you're doing well, Barb. Melissa's here. My wife, my best friend. She's also in here.
I thought I was your best friend.
No, it's my wife, pal.
Okay, I would choose that too.
But you're up there.
Thank you.
Annie, welcome in. I can't pronounce your name in, I think that's Chinese, or is that Japanese? But welcome in, Annie. Glad you're here. Annie Koog, welcome in as well. Paul Engel. Paul, let's say hi to you, just in case I'm saying hi again. Another member. Joy S. What's up, Joy? Good to see you. Another member is here. Let's see who else I missed. Debbie Bernfeld, another member in the house. Debbie, good to see you. Keith is here. What's up, BDF? Good to see you, buddy. Big Disney fan. Sorry, Steve, I'm not as fast at this as you are. Darcy Hamburg, welcome in. Jim, more sunshine, please. Jim, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I think that's G. Wilson. No, G. Wilson's here. Anna Isabella is here. Rebecca Virginia DIY is in the house. Good to see you. Ray J, another member, is here. Ray J, good to see you. How's Indonesia doing? He's all the way over in Indonesia. Brian's here. I said hi to him. Debbie Williams, welcome in, Debbie Williams. Disney's Entertainment, welcome in. Good to have you here. Zach's World's here. And it just jumped on me, Steve. Sorry. Hold on one second, pal. I don't want to miss people. I'm sorry.
No, take your time.
All right. Let's see who else is here. Disney's Entertainment. AJC Magic TV. Amy, another member, is here. Jeff C. is here. Steve Allman is here. Samantha Lowe is here. Hi to Samantha Lowe. Carolyn Steffen is here. Mary, welcome in, Mary, another member. Good to see you. Candy Tink, another member, is also here. I think we're there, Steve. We're just about there. And we are. No, David Stevens. What's up, David? Another Maryland guy. I got a lot of Maryland friends in here with me, Steve. So be careful talking about my Orioles because I'm deep tonight, man. I'm about 5 or 6 deep.
When did I talk about your Orioles?
I'm just saying. I got my crew with me tonight. We're ready. No. And Frozen Mama 777 Rebecca. Welcome. Good to have you here. Hope you're doing well. All right. So, Steve.
Yes, sir.
The Disney dining plan.
Yes, sir.
Now, we're going to get into this a little bit. Anthony the Molar Man, welcome in. And Richard the Legend R. Johns. Good to see you, pal. Okay. So, there are 3, if I'm not mistaken, Steve. Educate me if you want. The dining plan. Right now, first off, it's not available.
Yes.
To anybody. Doesn't matter.
Yes.
Whether you like it or don't like it, it's not available right now. There are 3 different levels of the dining plan. There's quick service, regular dining, and premier, it's called?
There are now 4.
4, okay.
They call them now quick service, regular dining, dining plus, and then deluxe dining.
Okay. Geeking out with Melly Mel, welcome in.
There's been 3 up till this point, and now there's 4.
Okay. Geeking out with Melly Mel, welcome in. Good to have you here. And also Nikki Walker, welcome in. Thanks for coming in. So ultimately, the Disney dining plan it's been around for forever.
Well, I guess to phrase that, there's technically 4. Now, when they reopen, they will drop the deluxe dining plan.
Okay.
So there will go back to 3, but
okay,
there are 4 for now, and then they'll cut it out when if they bring it back.
Gotcha. Udalali Lane, welcome in as well. Maximiliano, welcome in. Good to have you all here as well. Glad to have you here. And everybody, please hit that like button. Definitely appreciate it. 58 watching and 48 likes already. So Steve and I are decidedly different on what we think of the plans.
Yes.
Steve's Mr. Positive. I guess I'm Mr. Negative because ultimately Steve's a fan of the dining plan. He likes it. I'm not a fan of the dining plan. And what we'll ultimately do tonight is we'll kind of state our cases why we're a fan of them. Okay. And then at the end of the night, you'll go over to my community channel on my channel because I'm hosting it, and you'll have a poll. And you'll get to vote, and you guys will decide who you agree with, who wins tonight. Is it going to be Steve? Steve is a fan of the dining plan, or is it Walt? Walt's not a fan of the dining plan. And we'll give you that opportunity to vote tonight. Now, you don't have to vote. If you want to abstain, by all means. But we've had some really good input from the voting, Steve. We had almost 300 votes on mine last time.
Yep.
And I know you had, I think, close to 100, if not 100, right?
We were at, let me check it real quick.
And I'm going to go back and see if I can find it from the week we did.
We had 174 votes on mine.
Right. So we've had some votes, dude. We really have. It's been fantastic seeing those votes. And we're hoping to do it again tonight. I'm trying to find mine. Oh, Steve. Yeah, we had on mine 352 votes.
Nice. So
that's yes.
We're about 525.
Yep. So Steve, real fast, Shiny Prisma's here. I got to say hi to them. Francisco, welcome in. I always like saying his name. He's got an awesome name.
He's a Dodger fan.
I know he is. Look, I'll be honest with you. I like the Dodgers. I've always liked the Dodgers. I used to be a huge Ron Say fan back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Garvey is the Ken doll.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He is. I love the Dodgers. Oral Hershiser. I used to love Hershiser. I'm a Dodgers fan. I don't mind the Dodgers at all. What I don't like is when the real Dodger fans rub it in and get cocky about it.
Did I get cocky at all? I've been very nice about the fact that they're world champions.
But that's saving for Disney. Welcome in as well. This isn't about that. Yes. Let's get to the dining plan. All right, Steve, you're the guest. We'll start with you, pal.
The dining plan. So first off, for those of you that don't know what the dining plan is, let me explain what the dining plan is real quick. Briefly, it is a plan that Disney has established. There are 3 different levels now with different dollar amounts, and you get different things. So for the first plan is the quick service dining plan. It is $55 a night. What you get with that is 2 quick service meals, 2 snacks, and then you get the refillable mug. And with these, I believe, am I correct on this now, that with the meals, you still get your alcoholic beverage? Is that true, Walt?
I think so. Yes.
Okay. So, oh, there it is. Yeah. So you do get the one alcoholic beverage as well. So that's what you get with the quick service. The second one up is now the regular dining plan. It is $78.01 per night for these are for adult prices, not for kid prices. They're just, for instance, that kid price on this one's $30.51. You get one table service, one quick service, 2 snacks, and 1 refillable mug. And again, the difference between a quick service is something that you go to the counter, you order, and then you get your food and you go back and sit down and eat.
Correct.
Table services, waiters and waitresses, and so
Correct.
forth. So you get one of each of those in this meal. And then the last one is now they're doing with the Disney dining plan, and they're going with the deluxe dining plan. That's $119 a night. And that is 3 meals, whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. 3 meals, 2 snacks, and 1 refillable mug. So you can either use them on quick service or full service. And the way some of these works, some of them do require 2 credits, which is it's a very rare thing. But some of the better ones, like Cinderella's Royal Table, requires 2 table service restaurant or per to eat there. But most of them are, if you're going to table service, you get a table service credit. You go in, and that's what you get. You go to a table service, you eat there. So for me,
full disclosure,
yes,
Victoria and Albert's, Le Cellier, Beauty and the Beast.
Those are two credits. Yes.
Yeah, Cinderella's Royal Table. So it's not like it's just 1 or 2. There are several that are considered highly popular that do require the 2. They're not a ton. You're right.
I think there were 9 the last time I looked.
Okay, Hannah Anderson, welcome in, and Stardio Studios, welcome in. I'm sorry, Steve. I just want to say hi to you.
You're fine. So, and again, for the most part, most of us aren't going to eat at Victoria and Albert's and those places. Anyways, this is for your normal dining that you're going to eat. Now, I'm going to preface it by starting to say this. Can you eat cheaper than the dining plan? Absolutely. If you want to eat chicken nuggets the whole meal, if you want to eat some of those other things, there's something you are. And if you're a picky eater, me and Walt are both very picky eaters. I'm on the other side of this, though. But if you're a picky eater, sometimes you may not want the dining plan. But here's what the dining plan provides you. A couple things. Number one, the biggest thing for me was always a planning budget. Because with the dining plan, you pay for it ahead of time. You pay for it as you go. And when you get there, you don't have to worry about saving the money for your food. You just don't. So you pay for that ahead of time. That's one of the biggest things. The second is you get to experience things that you normally wouldn't get to experience. Yes, if you're sitting here and you're going, we only brought this much money, we're gonna have to go eat this pizza, or hey, maybe we can go check out the Coral Reef Cafe, and you can get whatever you want on the menu. You get 1 entree, you get 1 dessert, and you get 1 beverage, whether that be alcoholic or non-alcoholic if you're over 21. I like the plan just because of its exclusiveness and the fact that you can try a lot of different things, go to a lot of different restaurants, and enjoy it. So all in for there for now. I'll let you throw out your opening stuff.
I appreciate it. The Disney dining plan, I think Steve just pretty much gave his entire synopsis, and it's the only defense to have it. It's a possible, and I say possible, fully immersive plan, all inclusive. But even then, it's not all inclusive. There are many things that are not included in what is considered to be an all inclusive. The issue that I have with this dining plan is it all comes down to how much you eat and how often you want to eat and how much you want to be a prisoner to your dining plan. Okay? Ultimately, it is exactly that. Your entire trip is going to have to be based around when and where you eat and how often you eat. And you better be hungry when you go on these dining plans. And I think Steve kind of made a good point, and I appreciate it. If you are a picky eater or you are a light eater, you do not want the dining plans, because talking about the plans themselves, the Disney dining plan, the second plan, is $75.49 per person per night, every single day. No, every single night. So the issue that I have here is that it is all inclusive to a point. You're right. There is a sense of not having to worry about money to a point, but not fully. And then there's just too much restriction for me to enjoy this plan. And I'll get into it a little bit more as well, some of my counterpoints as to what I'm talking about with this plan. I'll start there.
So basically, yeah, you got it. Walt is absolutely correct in one thing, well, and a few things, but main thing is that it depends on, this is 100% dependent on how you want to eat. I personally am a picky eater. And I personally probably, I'm guessing, outside of people that live in Florida, have been to Disney more than anybody else in this chat. And every single time I've gone until they got rid of it for temporarily, I've had the Disney dining plan. It is a fantastic thing for me to number one, not have to worry about money ahead of time. And number two, I get to try a lot of different things. If you want, again, if you're going to go eat a salad, you can still get a salad at these places. It's probably not worth it at that point in time if you're going to only eat salads. I'm not going to lie there, but it gives you a chance to experience things. On top of that, you're going to get a dessert, which you're not normally going to get. You're going to get a drink, which you're not normally going to get. Alcoholic beverages can run anywhere from $8 to $12 per meal. If you get 2 of those a day, that's $25 of your $75 that it's going to cost you right there, just in the 2 drinks that you got. You're going to, price point wise, you're going to eat your money's worth. But what Walt said, like, he is accurate. You need to make sure that you're eating it. Now, as far as being a prisoner to your dining plan, I think planning the dining I plan that stuff out 180 days, and I am more than happy to plan it ahead of time, more than happy to follow that schedule. That's just the way I am. But you do that. That's why you book dining, is because you book it to be there at that time.
Right, but it's every single day, because ultimately you have to do a sit down almost every single day, or you got to do more than one in a day.
You can also trade out your meals too. You don't have to eat the same meal. You don't. But then you're losing money, because if you're going to trade 2 quick services for a table, you're not getting anywhere near the amount of money that you would normally send. You can't trade 2 quick services for a table.
You can't do that anymore?
You can never have been able to. You can take a quick service and trade it for 3 snacks.
That's what it was. Okay, I'm sorry. Correct.
The way we used to do it is we always pick twice during the week, which I still wish we had more dining credits. Twice during the week we would pick one of those special 2 credit things. You can see the Spirit of Aloha show, which is pretty awesome, and that cost a lot of money. All these higher end ones like Le Cellier and all that, they cost 2 credits. We'd pick 2 of them a week, and we would go stay there. And then that left us 2 free days to get away from what he's talking about and not have to sit there at the right time. It just depends on how you use your dining plan. Now, again, if we're talking strictly down the lines of what you get for your money, it's well worth it.
Again, that's not necessarily true, but because it depends on what you get for your money. It depends on how you eat. What if you're not a steak guy? You're not a steak guy, then it's not going to be well worth your money, because steak is usually going to be a higher end product at these restaurants. What if you're not a steak guy? What if you're a meat and potatoes guy, but you want chicken? Chicken's going to be $20 to $25, maybe less than you would get at a steak at Le Cellier. So I get what you're saying, and that is valid in some cases. But you've got to eat at the top of the line every single time to really make your money back. And not only that, what I mean by a prisoner to your meals is this. Basically, it becomes the central hub of your park and resort time. And I wrote down some notes here, so I'm going to read it verbatim. So you basically have to fit everything around the meals and make the trip feel overly structured, and it's less impulsive, because you have to have dining planned every single day. The other thing I have too is Disney allows you to bring food and drink into the parks. So guess what? You can bring breakfast in. You can bring lunch in. But if you're on the dining plan, you can't, because you've got to eat. You've got to eat, and you've got to eat. So you'll save a lot of money if you're able to bring food in. I've done it in the past. We have packed sandwiches and chips. And guess what? That's $3. And then all of a sudden we've saved our money. And just like that, I've saved tons of money from what I would not have done if I were on the plan. You can still save money by not being on the plan a lot, because again, that's what I mean by prisoner of your dining. You have to eat even if you don't want to eat.
Yeah, so I guess I agree, Corey. You got to eat. It depends on what your argument is here, because this is where maybe we're looking at this from 2 different ways. You're looking at it as you can eat cheaper than the dining plan. You can absolutely eat cheaper than the dining plan. That's not the case whatsoever. Yes, you can bring your own snacks and you can do this and that. You can eat chicken nuggets and all that. You're going to eat way cheaper than the dining plan.
Well, that's my point. But that's my point is that's why the dining plan is not viable at all.
But my whole point is the dining plan is well worth it if you want to eat like I do, and you want to eat like the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that do it, because you're going to get your money's worth. It's good if you were to eat the exact same on dining plan, off dining plan. Dining plan is well worth it. That's where my point is this is 100% dependent on how you want to eat and what your argument is. 100%.
But see, I don't think it is how you want to eat, because again, it all comes down to the fact that the plan's not as convenient as they make it out to be. The only thing convenient about it is the fact that you feel like it's now an entire all-inclusive trip, but it really isn't, because guess what's not paid for? What if you're a guy that doesn't like desserts? I'm not a dessert guy. I don't want a dessert. I'm not an alcohol drinker. So the alcoholic beverage does nothing for me. Okay. So again, these plans have to be looked at. It's not just about the eating now. Now there's alcohol that I have to pay for, although I'm not an alcohol drinker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so these things all come into play for me. What about snacks? What if you miss your snacks? Yes, it's on you, but how many people in this chat, raise your hand if you've been on the last day of your trip and you're running into the confectionery to buy goofy snacks to use up your snacks, which, by the way, ultimately you're probably not making out money-wise. So I'm just saying that
so you're going by an experience of how people are, and 100% that is accurate. If you don't do your own job to go get your snacks, that's on you. 100%.
All the more reason why the plan isn't a good plan to have.
It's a fantastic plan to have.
Save yourself.
Here's the difference.
Do we want to get into the refillable mug too? The fact that the refillable mug, you can't even use it you can't use it at the theme parks. You can only use it at the resort.
Yeah, but that's a refillable mug that you can use. That's $20 to buy.
You're at the resort for 5 minutes, and then you're in the park all day.
How many people don't ever get to use it? I bet you I have 30 of those mugs in here and not all of them. Most of them are not even from the dining plan. Most of them are from, because when we go to that thing, we always buy that mug, because that's your best way to get drinks in the morning and drinks in the evening is when you have that mug. You're going to get your money back. Again, I'm doing quick math using your numbers about roughly the $25 for a chicken meal, which is the lightest meal you're probably going to find on a dining plan. Even with that, and a $5 drink, because you got to buy it differently, that's about a $30 meal and a sit-down meal. You're going to get your two snacks, which are going to average about $7 a piece. That's $14. Your average, I'm going average, not being you. Yes, you can eat way cheaper than this. I'm just saying average. Quick service meal is $14. Again, with another $5 drink. I'm not even including alcohol in here. So those numbers alone put you at $72. Plus, you get a $20 drink mug. Plus, you get desserts on top of that. Plus, you can get alcoholic beverage if you want it. It's well worth it. Now, I can't. How do you not see that that's well worth it when you're going to spend
Steve, you can get the refillable mug, but what if you don't fill it? How many times are you actually in? But how many times are you in the lobby? For instance,
I bet I fill that mug 40 times when I'm there.
Absolutely not. You're not even in your resort 40 times to do that.
I sit at the pool and go back and forth and just get that mug nonstop.
Okay, but you're one person. Again, we want to go on average, and I can promise you, how many people in this chat get up and go straight to the bus, go to the park all day, come straight to their room?
Let me ask this question. Are we talking about if the dining plan is worth it if you're going to use it? Or are we talking about people buying it?
But that's all part of it. But that's all part of whether or not it's worth it. Because you're right. You have to use it. That's the prisoner to the plan. You've got to go to the lobby 15 times to get your refillable mug filled up to be worth what you just paid $20 for it for. I agree with you. But it's all part of the prisoner of the plan. That's my point. You know, the other problem I have with this, what if you're a guy that likes, what's one of the cheaper restaurants out there? Mama Melrose Restaurante, where you'd love to eat there. You might not be able to eat there because you know why? It's not the best value if you're on the plan. You've got to eat somewhere higher end. But
you don't have to eat somewhere higher end.
You do. To make the value. That's one restaurant.
I'm not sure if there's a sit-down meal with a meal that's $25, let alone anywhere near that. But I used your $25 for chicken, roughly.
Fair enough. No, you're probably right. I'm sure 25 is low.
Your cheapest meal. So take out the whatever. Your cheapest sit-down meal is going to put your cost at roughly $114, and you're going to pay $75 for it.
How do you get 114?
Because we were at 72, and then you got to add the $20 for the cup that you get with it. Then you also add the 2 desserts in. And
but you don't get a cup every day.
Your mug, it's a $20 mug.
No, if I go to Tepanito and pay $37.
Yes.
Now, one person, remember, it's $75 a day. Okay.
Yes.
And I get a quick service and I sit at Backlot Express.
Okay.
And I have a $15 meal. That's only $52. Okay. I only have a snack left.
Now, add your 2 drinks to that.
What 2 drinks?
They don't come with the meal for $37.15 and whatever you said the other one was, $15.
Yeah, no, the 50. Yeah, yes, they do. Of course, I'm including the entire meal. All right, 37. All right, let's bump it up to 47.
Okay.
$10. I'm only getting a Coke. I'm not paying $10 for a Coke.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, so 57 or 47 plus 15. That's 50. What?
You're 62? Going back to the point where yes, you can eat cheaper. I'm talking about everything that you get with the dining plan is ridiculously well worth it.
But it's not.
The argument here, it is, but the argument here for you is whether or not you're going to use it.
Well, but that's all part of it. Even if you use it, it doesn't mean that using it is going to give you. Well, I've used it plenty of times, and I've eaten. And Melissa's in the chat; she can verify this. We have never, and we even kept track of it. And we went to La Cellier, and we went to be our guest. We didn't make out.
See,
we didn't.
My family and I would do it. I do the same thing. We save every receipt. I come back and plug them in. We save hundreds of dollars every trip.
Absolutely. Okay, you'll have to show me those numbers. The other issue I have, Steve, and I need you to, I need your rebuttal on this.
Yes.
It's linked to the number of nights that you're staying at Disney.
Yes.
Not the number of days, the number of nights. So if you have a 6-night, 7-day trip,
yes,
it's 6 days of dining.
Yes.
Well, here's the other issue we have, and this is another reason why I don't think the plan is right for anybody. Because again, you're prisoner to it. Because guess what? What if I want to go to Universal for 2 days? I can't. Not if I'm staying on property and I want to get a dining plan. Well, let me finish. Because if I'm going down to Disney for 7 days and I'm going to stay at Disney for 7 days and I want the dining plan, if I go to Universal, I've now lost those days. Again, it's just, I get it. It's like, well, it's all about planning. It is about planning. But if they had a different type of plan where it could be more flexible and less of a prisoner, where what if I want why does it have to be per night? If I want to go for 7 days and I only want the dining plan for 3 days or 2 days, these plans are, the way they're set up, are just not conducive. They want you to eat big because they know you won't eat big. There are very few people.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Okay.
I mean, the only thing that I've ever heard of people outside of you, the only thing I've ever heard of people complaining about is that they forget to use their snacks. And that's on them. If you go to Universal and you want the dining plan, that's on you. Again, it's all on you whether or not you use the thing. If we're talking about whether it's worth its money, it absolutely is worth its money. It's not even a gray area. It's a black and white.
It's not black and white because ultimately it's as if it's like anything else. You've got to be absolutely perfect on the plan. Perfect on the plan. You do. There's zero flexibility in this plan. Zero flexibility in this plan.
Again, you're talking about how you use it again. I'm talking about, is it worth the money? And again, you're going to save money if you use the dining plan. You have to use the dining plan.
Well, you're going to use it no matter what. But again, you have to use it a certain way to make money or even to break even. You shouldn't have to use it a certain way. You shouldn't have to. If your dining plan, if you say to yourself, I want to use the dining plan and I want to go here, 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 and here, then that's it. That's the end of it. And you never make out on the plan. I'm sorry. I've seen it. We've done it as well. We've gotten a dining plan 3 times, and every single time we've looked at it, we're like, we don't make our money back.
But again, are you using it to its fullest extent? Are you getting
what? I'm not eating at Le Cellier 6 times. No,
what I mean is, are you eating 6 sit-down meals and getting your dessert and getting your drink? Are you sitting? Because I don't know. I could pick any restaurant, and it's going to add up to be more than what this is.
Absolutely not. I disagree. Oh, and not only that, look, you'd have to pay it either way, but it's not all inclusive. Because guess what's not included? Tips not included.
Well, the tip should never be included in the
Of course, it should be included. If you want to pay,
it is included.
Tips should be included. If you want to pay extra, you can, but tips should be included. It's not all inclusive.
It is included in the 2 credit service meals.
No, I think it's suggested.
No, it is definitely included in them. It says so on my receipts. It says tip is included. Maybe not all of them, but the ones I go to, it is.
Okay, all right. That's a good. You know what, Steve? Jeez, dude, it's been so long. I don't even remember. You might be right. I have to look that up.
I used it every trip.
Is it? Because like last night we ate at we were at Tepanetto last night.
Yep.
And when they brought us the check, it had the 18% already included in. But even that one's not a 2 table service.
No.
But
your 18% was already included in the bill?
Yes, wasn't it? Melissa's in the chat. It was included. It was, but was it a suggested amount? I don't remember, Steve. I'm sorry. I'm getting off topic.
No, you're fine.
My apologies.
I didn't know that either. So,
but it was there last night because I looked at Melissa. I said, it's right there. And then we added. I think we added more. I don't remember now. But tip's not okay. Melissa's saying tip wasn't included, but it was listed there. Maybe it was a suggested tip.
Yeah, they always put that on there. So
okay, all right, but again, I get what you're saying, but to me, go ahead.
Chris even brought out the same thing. You pay for your meal plans on a cruise too, and tips are not included on those either. Tips for me, I've never seen a tip included in a meal plan at all. I mean, I've seen it.
Well, I guess because it's
charge you to you.
Yeah, because I guess with tip 2, it's subject to the person. Some people give more, some people give less. Absolutely, I get that. But isn't included in the diamond. No, it's not. It's not included for sure. Not. I was going to say something new. I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry, man.
No, it's my fault. I'm old. I don't remember what I had for breakfast. I don't know. Again, I understand what you're saying. I think that you could break even or possibly make it well worth it if you are exactly eating the most at the most expensive restaurants.
Yeah, we don't even do that, and we still come out way ahead every time.
But how? How is that even possible?
We eat every meal
way ahead? Hundreds? How is that even possible?
4 people, 100, yes. Because again, we always get a dessert, which I'm sure nobody ever gets if that's not included in the plan. And I add those things up because if I was going to go, I take what we get and I go if I was actually going to get it because they actually list everything on the bill for you and then show you how much money you saved. There's been meals where it's over $400 for 4 people. That in one meal is more than the plan costs for us. So it just depends on where you go.
Day.
What's that?
For that day. Well, for instance, last night we went to Tepanetto. Okay. Yep. Listen now. I have it. Okay. This is $75.49 for Melissa and I.
Yep.
Okay. That's what, $140 each? We were before tip. Now you got to take out the tip because $75.49. What's that times 2 for the day?
$150.
No, it's more than that, isn't it?
75 times 2 is $150.
Yeah, it's $151, $150.98. And I think our meal last night was with tip a little over $100. So it was like what, $50 a person?
Okay.
Okay.
Did you get dessert?
No.
Okay.
But again, that's why the plan. But again, that's what I'm saying. That's why the plan isn't good because you're right. If I'm on the plan, I better get dessert. Or I'm losing money. So that's where I'm a prisoner to it. Did I get an alcoholic drink last night, Steve? No, I didn't. Yep. Again, I'd be losing money.
Again, you're losing money because you're not using the dining plan with everything that you get. That's where the argument's going here. Because when I came into this, I thought you were telling me, hey, it's not worth the money because you can buy it.
It's not. I think no. Well, I never said cheaper. I just think it's not worth it. Period.
Well, that's an opinion of because you're not going to use the dining plan. You're not going to use it every day. You're not going to get.
I am going to use it every day, though. But I am going to use it. But see, that's where I think that, again, you're missing my point. I am going to use it every day. I'm going to get 3. I'm going to get my meal. I'm going to get my snack. I'm going to get my quick service. The problem is it's so specific that I'm going to lose money because I'm not an alcoholic drinker. I shouldn't have to drink an alcohol. Well, I'm not a dessert guy. I shouldn't have to get a dessert.
Where did you go, Tepanetto?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I mean, that's one example, and you're right. I mean, but I shouldn't have to get those drinks. I shouldn't have to do all that.
and you don't.
You do ultimately,
that's
you're losing money.
Again, this is where the two different arguments are. You are arguing that it doesn't work for you, and it doesn't work for you.
It doesn't work for most people.
If you bought everything the same that you were going to get on the dining plan, it's well worth it. 100% well worth it. So you said, just alone, you said your meal was $100, let's say, okay, and that's just.
But is it right? Okay, but again, I guess my point is it's too much. I'm not saying that you can't make money on it from time to time, but it's for what you have to do, the hoops you have to run through to get it to work. It is. I mean, I'm giving you examples every time. Well, that's, again, you said for me, it's just my example. For you, that's one example. It may not be a hoops for you, but it is for me. So they cancel each other out then.
Okay.
So, and I'm not doing the plan wrong. I know how the plan works, but ultimately I don't like the way the plan is set up where you have to do this, 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 and this. If you're going to make it all inclusive, then I should be able to eat whatever I want to eat, how I want to eat it. I'd rather have appetizers.
And you can change your dessert for an appetizer
now, but in the past, you used to never be able to do that.
Since I've been on it.
No, it never. Again, people in the chat, it's one of the flexibility is not there in my opinion. And first off, nobody's going to go to Victoria and Albert's to eat. And what if you can't? Here's the other thing, Steve. Okay, you want to go out there and you want to eat at Le Cellier because you're at Epcot this day.
We usually.
What if you can't get the reservation for that day? Now you've got to change your entire, because you've got to eat big.
Okay. And on top of that, okay, real quick, you're talking about a scenario where that just happened in the last year because of this, because you didn't have to have park reservations before that. Every time we talk about these, we got to take this past year out of this equation because things are different. When it goes back to normal, that has no bearing on it whatsoever. You can go to unless the park fills up. You don't have to do park reservations under normal conditions. Which is why the dining plan is not available right now, because it wouldn't work because you had to have park reservations.
No, so but what if you? No, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, again, there's no limit to. You can go to Disney for 3 days and be on the dining plan.
Yeah,
there's no limit to that. What if I'm there for certain no reservation and I'm in Epcot this day? And that's the day I want to go to Epcot. I can't get the reservation. Well, I'm just saying there's certain limitation, and I get it. That's across the board, but that's okay. But if I don't get that reservation, and I've got this dining plan,
but again, your limitation is based on a COVID-based area where we have theme park reservations when we don't have it, and they don't have the dining plan for that specific reason. Is what I'm saying. Oh yeah, don't do that. It's not pretty. What I'm getting at though is you're saying, yeah, what if I want to be in Epcot and I can't get that reservation because I got dining? That doesn't happen in normal conditions because you can go to any park you want and without theme park reservations. Since all COVID hit and since we have theme park reservations, the dining plan has been unavailable partially for that reason because you can't necessarily get those reservations.
Right, but I guess my point is
that out of the equation because that's not normal circumstances.
You've almost got to do a table service every single day, and sometimes people don't want to do that. What if you don't want to be? Again, but that's my point. It reverts back to being a prisoner to the plan. I might want to not eat. Look, I'll be honest with you. At Hollywood Studios,
yep,
there really aren't any table services over there that we really like. That's
fine. But you have this option too, though. There's a quick service dining plan where all you have to worry about is quick service plans. You don't have to do a table service plan. There's also take and use 2 quick service meals at Hollywood Studios, and then you got 2 table services one day at a different place. There's a difference about talking about whether the dining plan is worth it financially or whether it's going to work for you the way you eat, the way you go to the parks.
But they're one and the same.
They're different.
They're one and the same. It won't work for you financially if it's not a plan that's going to work for you. So,
okay. But you don't have a plan.
Well, right. That's my point. And I think that the majority of people are not going to make their monies back. They're not going to make their money back. They're not even going to break even because most of the people I feel are going to be like me, and they're not going to eat that way. Mm-hmm. And I don't see it.
The dining plan is not made for you. Then the quick service meal might be made for you.
Not at all. And the premier, the biggest of the biggest, forget it. Not even close. I don't even understand why they have a plan like that.
I want to try that one day.
But I'll try it with you. I'll split the cost with you. We'll try it together.
That's one of those things, though. You get 3 full service meals of anything you want. That's when you strategically start putting up and getting all the 2 credit ones. Go to all the dinner shows. Again, this is all when things are normal, but I want to try it one day. Plus, I don't eat breakfast on property for this very reason that we're talking about, because it's expensive. I don't eat breakfast on property. I bring Pop-Tarts and toast them in the hotel. Right. Because that's how I eat, because I don't want to waste my food or my credits and go pay money on breakfast. I just don't eat it that much.
Right. And Mary, I agree. But here's the thing, Mary, Melissa, food is a part of the experience for her. Food is part of the experience for Melissa. Mm-hmm. And she still doesn't think the plan's worth it. So again, you can have both ends here. Mary, I agree with you. There are people that will say that. I agree.
But again, that's because you guys are not getting everything on the plan that you should be getting.
But we shouldn't have to get everything on the plan. We do our table service. We do our quick service. We do.
It would be near impossible for you to get the plan that you're asking for, because there was no way that anybody could ever organize that.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. It's not about organization. All inclusive is all inclusive. On the cruises, you get whatever you want to get.
Period. This is not listed as all inclusive. This is a dining plan. It's a package for you to buy so you can, number 1, pay for it ahead of time. Number 2, these are the meals that you're going to eat. If you're not going to eat them, do not buy it. We said that at the beginning of this show.
Okay. That I agree 100%. Don't buy it. Don't buy the plan. I think the plan is I think the plan, how do I word this? It's clickbait, so to speak. It sounds wonderful. It sounds great. It sounds like something that, oh man, this is great. I won't have to worry about food for the whole time I'm there. And what are you doing the whole time you're worrying about food? Am I going to make this reservation? Are we going to eat enough? Did I do all my snacks correctly? You're worrying the whole time. And you might even do it right
in advance.
Well, I'm talking about once you get there. Am I going to make this reservation in time? Did we make it? Did we get what we should? Did we get what we were supposed to get to make sure we made the money? Make sure you get your snack today. Don't forget to get that quick service. What do you mean you're not hungry? Well, sorry, you got to eat.
Even if
you're worrying the whole time.
If you don't use your quick service meals, you can cash them in for 3 snacks, and you can turn around and you can load up on snacks. That includes Rice Krispie treats. That includes.
You think you're making your money on that though?
They're $6 a piece.
You're not making your money on those.
Well,
if you walk out of there with 30 snacks compared to what you...
Using your explanation, you guys, it would have been... I'm just using one explanation that you just gave. It's going to cost you guys $150 on the table service plan. You spent $100. You didn't get dessert. Again, you didn't want it, but that's because you're not using... If you were on the plan, that you're not using the plan. I'm talking about that money value alone. With desserts are probably way more than this, but I'm going to give it probably $6 a piece. That's $12. So now you're up to $112 out of your $150. That does not include your other meal, your quick service meal, which on average is going to be $15. That's $30. That puts you right there at your money limit. And you still have 2 snacks. And if you get dessert with your quick service, that's going to be more. And if you're going to get alcoholic beverages, which obviously you don't, that's going to put you way above your number just on the one meal that you guys had.
That number is not. I don't know. I don't agree.
I don't know how it's literally looking at the prices and putting math together.
But again, you're eating at a top of the line restaurant in Tepanetto, which is one of the top of the line restaurants out there. I don't agree with the number. I don't. I'm sorry.
Well,
I don't know
how to combat this argument because it's numbers and math.
It's not. It's not. But again, it's less about the number and it's more about the convenience of it. Again, I haven't really I haven't said that you can't make out on the plan from time to time. What I've said is the obstacles. It's the exact opposite of what it says it is. Everybody says it's about convenience, and I think it's more of an inconvenience. You've seen it all the time.
I also going to that too, strictly by my numbers that I'm talking about, that's only the price. I also do think it's very convenient for 2 reasons. Number one, again, I've said it 2 or 3 times. You can pay for it ahead of time. You can budget it. You don't have to worry about the money. You don't have to worry about that when you're down there. It's already taken care of. The other part of that is
okay.
Everything is right here on your wrist. Everything's on your wrist. You can sit there and go in.
Everything's on your wrist, whether you're on the dining plan or not.
And it's also on this. You can click on this and it tells you, oh, you have this many meals left and you have this left. Every time you do that, all you do is scan that band. They will tell you, hey, this is what you have. Hey,
guess what? But you have that without the plan too. Everything my credit card is linked to this and my Magic Band. And I can eat when I want to eat. I don't have to eat when I don't want to eat.
I'm saying the convenience is there because they can tell you that you're never going to get lost in the plan about, oh no, what did I do this or what do I got left or anything. You can just look it up. It's real simple. It's very, very easy to use. Very, very much so. Again, I said at the beginning, because I thought we were going a different way with this argument. If you don't eat much and you're very picky, this plan is not for you 100%. If we're talking about whether or not you get financial number value out of the plan and you buy the stuff individually or you buy it with the dining plan, you most certainly make your money on this thing.
I don't think you do. If you made your money on the dining plan every single time and all the people that get it, right, Disney would be out of business.
Oh, no, they wouldn't.
I know they wouldn't, but you get what I'm saying. No way. No, they wouldn't be out of business. But hear me out. Disney is not in the business of giving away money. Period. Okay? All these free things, I love Disney, but Disney is a for-profit company. And if they thought that ultimately they weren't making a profit off of their dining plan, they would not be selling it the way they do. They understand it.
I think it's a marketing game with them because of this reason and this reason alone. Like you said, you bring snacks in, you bring your own food, you eat that stuff. If you're paying for the dining plan, you're paying more than you would if you didn't have it because you're not eating their food otherwise.
I agree 100%.
Which is why they can offer it like this to be as a package deal because then, yes, you have to use it. And if you don't use it, that's your own fault. It has nothing to do with whether or not the plan's worth it.
I don't, but I still think the plan is ultimately you're not 9.5 times out of 10. Now, I'll even say 9 out of 10. You're not going to, it's not a good value. It's not.
We've been 22 times, probably 23 times on the plan. We've made money every time.
Okay, fair enough. I've been 3 times. We've been 3 times and we haven't. So you're going to have to tell me your secret.
Number one, eat everything that's on your menu to get. And if you don't do that, it's not worth it, man. I agree with you 100%. If you're not going to get a dessert with every meal, if you're not going to get a drink, I'm not talking about non-alcoholic drinks. I'm talking about if you're just not going to get a drink in general and you're not going to eat your meals that you have allotted to you, it's not worth it. Don't get it. But that doesn't mean the plan's not worth it. That means that the plan's not right for you because you're not going to eat that way.
But I think the plan for 90% of the people to 95% of the people up there is not right for those people. It's just too much of a, you have to eat this, this, and this. You have to get this, this, and this. You have to be here for that, that, and that.
That's you're planning a vacation.
But not always. You don't have, it shouldn't, I can plan a vacation and go to Disney and not have to do this, this, and this. And this, this, and this, and this, this, and this, and I'll still make out. So that's not necessarily true. There's planning a vacation, and then there's a prisoner to the dining plan. And I still feel that on that, you've got to make sure that you're at dining every single night, that you're getting every single one of. You shouldn't have to worry about that. The worry-free, it's not worry-free. It's really not.
If you're worried about making sure that you're at a reservation every night, that's dining package planning. That's what the plan is there for.
Well, no. But even that, it's just a matter of, did you get the right meal? Make sure you don't get the $20 meal, the $25. Get the $55 meal because you want to make your money. Look, everybody's in it to make out more than they paid. Who isn't? You are, I am, we all are. We all want to make money.
Outside of what we've already talked about, if you're a picky eater or you're not going to eat everything that you're supposed to eat because it's why you're buying the plan. The only other reason I've ever seen it not work is when you have a teenager that's very picky that wants to eat off the kids menu. Outside of that, that is the only time I've ever seen it not work for people.
Okay.
Again, enough. But you buy the plan, make sure you use the plan. If you don't use it, that is on you. It has nothing to do with
I don't disagree. This is Carlos.
I like it. I see it.
But you notice the one thing though, we're not like calling each other names and being rude and stuff.
We need a moderator. No, again, guys, we do this. Walt and I are brothers. We do this very respectfully, and we're just trying to get our opinions out there. And again, it is very what works for me doesn't work for him. That's why we like different things. That's why we do it, but it's in a completely respectful manner.
Oh, exactly. I agree 100%. Look, I love these because I always leave. I can't speak for Steve because I'm a dummy. But whenever I leave these things, I'm always more educated about certain things than I was coming in. So that's all I care about ultimately. And in here, okay, we said this before, and I'll just say it. How many people do I think I'm going to sway tonight with my decision? Probably none of you. I think you've all made up your mind before you even came in here today. And that's perfectly fine. But we do this more as an entertainment value and a fun thing. Yep. And we do. And I know I can speak for Steve. We hope we're educating you in some way. And from what I've seen in the chat, you guys have educated me. So I love this.
Well, and it's like, just like tonight, I thought we were battling about a whole different object, whether it was just financial numbers. And you've gone a different way with it, which I don't see from that point because I make sure I use it the way I'm supposed to use it. What you're looking for is a flexible dining plan.
Very much.
I don't know if anybody has that. If I'm being honest, I mean, honestly, I don't know if.
Well, right. They don't have it because the flexibility means they lose money.
Yeah. Which is, I'm just, flexibility means that can't be done. I mean,
it can be done. It can be done. It's done all the time. Cruises do it. Everything's, you can eat whatever you want. You can have 6. You can go on a cruise and sit down to dinner because I've done it. Well, and I've had the lobster dinner, 3 of them. Okay, you ain't doing that on a dining plan.
I agree with it, but we're talking about dining plans, not all-inclusive cruise packages.
But that's what I'm talking about. These things are supposed to be. That's what I'm saying.
Never once is all-inclusive ever.
I agree.
You're going to Disney. You can either pay the way as you go, or you can pay ahead of time, and you're going to get this.
Hi, Tina.
You're buying a package. It comes with all of this. If you don't use it, that's on you. It'd be no different than if you bought a 7-day ticket and you only use 6 days of it. No difference whatsoever. If you don't use it, that is on you. If you're not going to do it, don't buy it. It's not for you. All I'm arguing is dollar for dollar, it's well worth the plan.
Okay. I disagree.
The meal individually versus the meal on the plan.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Steve, we're coming up on the last time. I'm going to give you your last.
So fast.
It did. I said the same thing.
10 o'clock.
Right, because to be honest with you, we're only 2 minutes late, and I was like, wait a minute, it's already 9:56.
It's my fault, by the way. I ran in some. I got a lot going on in life right now, and I was late here, so that's my fault.
Yeah, no. Again, these are great. I was going to say last rights. That's not the case here. Go ahead, young man. Your last words.
I love how you called me young man. Here's
younger than me.
If you're a picky eater, if you don't go eat your desserts and everything else, if you're not that, the plan's not for you. If you like to plan ahead, if you like to have it paid for in advance, so you can go down there without worrying about making sure you have, we've only got $100 budgeted for the rest of the week, and we're got 3 more days of meals to go. You don't have to worry about any of that. The dining plan's for you. If you, again, dollar for dollar on the plan versus off the plan, it's well worth it. If you don't, it's not a matter of whether it's worth it or not. If you don't eat that way, it's just not for you. It's still financially well worth it.
Very good. For me, if you don't want to be a prisoner to your dining and you want to have flexibility and you want to be able to go as you go, it's certainly not worth the plan at all. Dollar for dollar, 9.5 times out of 10, in my humble opinion, you're still not going to make out, because if Disney thought they were losing money on the plan, they wouldn't have the plan. That's all.
That's all, folks.
That's all. Hey, where'd you get that at? That's really cool.
I found this at Hobby Lobby today.
Is that a game or is that a puzzle?
It's a puzzle.
Oh, man.
I've never seen it before, and it's not Disney, but I had to grab it. So
it's the Looney Tunes. Or you can Pepe Le Pew's not on there though, is he? He's been canceled by everybody because he's a whatever.
What's really weird, Pig's not on there.
Porky Pig's not on there.
And that's his line.
I know. What is wrong with those people? Oh my gosh. All right, so here we go, guys. So at this point, I am going to send it out there. Let me do it right now. How come I can't post this? I just had it there. Please. Oh, I got to put please vote I'm just going to put please vote. That's it.
And while you're there voting, you can
All
vote
right.
for your Mouse Madness picks as well.
Yes. Oh man, what happened to it? It went away. Hold on, everybody. Steve. I'm just going to put Steve or Walt. That's all I'm going to put. You know where we stand on these. You guys decide.
But don't post it yet, because those people that watch it afterwards or just go there to vote won't know which side we're on.
Oh, right. Please vote. And then I'll put, all right, so Steve.
For dining plan, Walt against it.
For dining. I'm sorry.
That's only just because people that come in, they may just stumble.
No, you're right. You're right.
Know what they're,
All right, gang. Go ahead out there and vote. Go to my community page and start your voting. And while they're voting, Steve, let's
Yes.
do some quick. Let's do some mousekeeping. We do not have a plan yet for our next debate, folks. We're going to be honest with you. We're still trying to find some. If anybody in the chat would like to give us a suggestion, I think suggestions would be really good right about now. And we're not sure about our date because I know Steve's got a lot of personal things going on. We do too.
I mean, it's very public. I don't care, but I'm moving, so we're not sure when that's going to fall yet. So,
gotcha. Tina, what you do? You go on Mouse Talk's website, Mouse Talk's YouTube channel, and you go to Community. Under Community, you'll see a poll. Steve for dining, Walt against it. It's that simple. That's all it says, and it says please vote. And from there, you guys vote, and whoever wins wins.
Yep.
It's that simple. We have 73 to 27. Steve, you are winning by a lot with 15 votes.
but judging by the 300 votes that might come in after this, that's really early. It's too close to call.
Well, it depends. I saw some in the presidential vote where they already called it, and only 5% of the voting was given, and they called it already. I'm like, what?
So far, CNN has not projected this race.
Well, it went down a little bit. It's 67 to 33 at 18 votes. Woohoo!
So,
no, it's fun. To be honest with you, personally, I know neither one of us really care who wins. We just have fun with this.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
It also opens our eyes to each other's opinions and views. Like how I thought he was viewing it was not what I thought he was viewing it as, and it helps with that. Helps also get interaction from the chat when you chime in and give us things that neither one of us even thought about it about. So
yeah. So we're at 24 votes so far. There's a lot of people in here now. Get out there and vote, gang. Community page.
It's under your YouTube channel. Apparently, you said website.
I'm sorry. Under our YouTube channel, under Mouse Talk's YouTube channel, go to our channel, and then you'll see the community page, and it's the very first one.
That would not be a good one because I don't think either one of us have been to Disneyland.
Yeah, I can't. I haven't been to Disneyland.
I've been to the gate, but they wouldn't let me in. They were close. I was able to go to downtown Disney, but that's
Thank you, Emily. Emily just posted it for anybody in the chat. If you can't find it, just click on this link here, and you'll be able to get there. But Steve, what do you got coming up on your channel while we're letting some of these votes happen?
Oh man, I got
nothing.
Well, like I said, I'm moving to Florida. I'm going to be closer to Walt and Melissa. It's going to be fun, and that's all happening. That all happened on a whim, and it's all happening here in the next few weeks. So I'm just not sure, if I'm being honest, what's coming up, but there'll be something.
Cool. All right, so it's gotten a lot closer. It's 53 to 47.
Okay. Wednesday's also on at 9:00. I stream with this and that. So
right. Yep, exactly. And Sunday's here once a month.
Once a month, which we will let you know when the next one's going to be.
Right, and the next one is on Steve's channel, folks.
Yes.
Folks, it'll be on Steve's channel.
One of the reasons why we don't have the date yet, because I'm not 100% sure what we can do yet.
Right. Does anybody else put in here what else they think we should debate about, Steve?
I haven't honestly been paying attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, if you guys have debates, and I have a list here somewhere, but I've completely destroyed my house trying to move stuff. I had a list of stuff for it, but
Wendy, all you do either way, whether you vote for me or Steve, you just go to you're already on my YouTube channel. If you click on where it says community, because if you guys are watching, you're watching from my channel. Now
you're ahead, so we got to let it play out. It's 51 to 49. When the 300 votes come in, guys, we will let you know how we did next time.
Right, but Steve won the last one. Now I want to let everybody know we had a debate on. Steve, I forgot what it was on already. What did we debate? Fast Pass, right? Steve won by a lot.
I think
By a lot.
it was 2/3. It was 67 to 34, 33, whatever it was.
That's a
So-
lot. That's a lot.
It was
I mean,
2/3, which is ironically because that's the number I threw out in the poll that I told you about. 2/3 of the people want it, and the vote came in.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's funny.
And you won the first one by a lot, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 87 to 13 or something like that.
Which
don't
I
know.
knew I was fighting an uphill battle, but eventually, I'm going to win that battle, whether people like it or not. So.
It was actually it was 85 to 15, not 87 to 13. It was closer.
But that one was on Carousel Progress, guys. So if you like what we do here, go check out the other ones.
Does Walt love Animal Kingdom? I do love Animal Kingdom.
I do too, so we can't do that.
Yeah, I know. See?
So, guys, as much as we debate, there's a lot that we have in common and a lot that we like.
There's one, Steve. Do you like the Country Bears?
Absolutely not. It's horrid.
Okay, guess what?
That's
our next one. I love the Country Bears.
I know you do. You think those your dad jokes in that thing are just you know what's funny? The animatronics don't work like once every week, and then it scares some little kid that looks into that.
That's part of the best. That's some of the best parts about it, though.
That's the only.
Oh, I'm gonna win this one.
It's gonna be Country Bears, guys. It's gonna be Country Bears.
When she says, come on up and see me, and he goes, as soon as, come up and see me. He goes, I will as soon as I find a ladder.
You tell me that every time. He loves that show, and he loves those lines. It's
so funny. Oh my gosh, yes, we gotta talk about that one.
So that we've kind of been diving into that. Classic Reds, keep them or change them. I'm all about change over time when it's right.
Well, that's a good one. That's a good one down the road. I like that.
Kind of what we've been talking about though with Carousel Progress and now Country Bears. But whether or not to change them or replace them, I mean, we could do something. We could do something in there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, that's a good one. We can do this.
Well,
blood on the ground.
You want
when she says all the guys that turn me on, turn me down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look, we'll get into it. I get what you're talking. I get it, Steve. I do. I get it. I know what you're saying.
I wasn't going to tell you. Oh, you want to tentatively schedule it if something?
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Well, I know what side I'm on. That's easy.
What is it?
It's definitely a sandwich.
No, it's not. It's a hot dog.
In a bun makes it a sandwich.
No, it doesn't.
There's another debate. So, do you want to tentatively schedule it? And if
we can
change it.
Yeah.
So tentatively, again, keeping about the 3-week mark, it would be the April 11th date, which would fall the week before my tentative stuff.
That's fine. Yeah, April 11th. That's after April 10th, right? Just checking.
Last I checked, it was, but I don't even know anymore. So.
Okay.
It's Sunday, April 11th. I think it's 3 weeks. That'd be 3 weeks. Let's tentatively schedule it for that at 9:00. If it doesn't work, guys, there's a strong possibility that we will have to move that one. We will get it figured out, though. And we'll be back on schedule once I get everything taken care of. So,
all right. I know another one we should debate too.
Well, let me write these down on my here. Okay.
Yeah, write these down. You know, another one we should debate. Everybody's gonna love this one. Christmas party or Halloween party? Which one's better?
You're the first. I can't remember which. I know which one I am.
Which one?
I've not even been to the one that I'm more fan of.
Oh, you're a Christmas party fan?
I am.
Yeah, me too. Never mind. We can't do that one. Never mind.
And I've not even been. I've been to the Halloween party 4 times. I still prefer the Christmas party.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you. No, never mind. We can't do that one because I am too. Anyway, well, guys, thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. One last look, real fast, on the voting to see where we are. It's very close tonight. Why did I get a timeout error?
You timed out? Who'd you time out?
Myself.
Oh.
All right, so we're at 44 votes still. So, folks, there's still a lot of voting out there to do.
Yep.
We're at 52 to 48%. I'm ahead for now.
Yep.
But there's still tons of votes to come in. Like I said, the last one we got on our channel was 350 votes. So,
yes, there's a long way to go. There's a long way to
go. Yep. But guys, thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Everybody.
Wait, tell them what you got coming up with your Mouse Madness.
Oh, right. Thank you. I'm sorry. See, you're better than that. First off, tomorrow morning, Magic of the Mouse Radio, 9 a.m., episode 5 of the Kingdom Clubhouse. Melissa and I got a really fun episode for you guys. We'll be talking about our top rides that we feel need to be refurbished or reimagined. We'll be talking about that. We got some Disney news in there for you guys. It's going to be a fun episode. Magic of the Mouse Radio. Check them out. Our Kingdom Clubhouse. Monday. We'll get your Monday started at 9 a.m. with a great episode of the Kingdom Clubhouse. We've already sent that out to Bill. He's getting it all produced for us now. So that's great. Mouse Madness is up and running. The first round matchups are all done. They're all out there. They've all been completed at this point. Tomorrow morning, starting at 8 a.m., round 2 starts. We have dwindled the field from 64 attractions down to 32. You can vote on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube community page where you were tonight. Vote for your favorites. We've had some pretty easy matchups in the first round, some no-brainers. It's going to start getting hard. We've got that. Tuesday, we have Disanity. We'll be from a park Tuesday night. We're going to be live streaming from a park. I'm not telling you which one, but we'll be live streaming. And then next weekend, we're doing something different, Steve. We're going to go to Universal for Mardi Gras, live streaming. Oh, wow. Yep, we're going to go to Mardi Gras. We did last weekend. We're going to do it again.
Will you be there in the evening when the lights are on?
That's a good question. I don't know yet. It tends to get crazy at night.
It's a whole different experience.
Yeah, it gets a little kooky and crazy at night, and I don't know if I'm
People
there for that.
In the heat and having their water. I agree.
Yeah, it's going to be. We'll see. But then on Sunday, for the first time, we're streaming from SeaWorld.
Oh, so really?
Be there. You ever been there? Well, we've been there. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So but it's been forever.
Yeah.
So it'll be like the first time again.
Cool, man. That's awesome.
A lot coming up. Melissa's got an Exploration Eats coming out next Thursday. Of course, is another episode of the Disney Ride Along series, which has been a lot of fun. So we got a lot going on, guys. Thank you all for everything. It just means a lot to us. Thank you to our members. Thank you to our mods. Mods, I still feel I have the best mods out there. They are so wonderful. They share out everything. They're welcoming to everybody that comes in.
Especially that Melissa one.
Yeah, she's okay. But thank you to our mods. But first of all, thank you to this guy right over here, bud. I miss seeing you.
I miss you too, buddy, but that's all going to change. We get through this little rough me dealing with everything, man, and I can't wait to just go hang out with you guys. It's,
don't forget us when you get down here. He'll get down here, guys, and you won't even remember us.
Please. You know how much you guys mean to me. You're my family. And I consider you guys family wholeheartedly. You guys are the best. And if you guys are not subscribed to these two for some reason, and no, there's not two of him, it's him and his wife. 100% you should be. They are fantastic people. They do things the right way. They're one of the greatest couples I know. And that's why I love them so much. And they welcomed me into their family too. It's just, they're incredible people. So make sure you spread the word about these guys and make sure you check them out in the parks.
Yes, please do. And he's lying about all of that. No, but thank you, everybody. I love Steve. Steve's like a brother to us. Absolutely. And we love him. And we're very honored and blessed to have him as a partner channel. We're getting all sappy in love story now that our debate is over. He's probably going to tell me how much he hates me when we get off the air.
If this was how the presidential debates where they all just hugged and everything was happy afterwards, what a better, what would we be in? That would be awesome.
Exactly. Wouldn't it though? That would be nice. But anyway, thank you all for being here. We love all of you. Thanks for spending your Sunday night with us. I wish it was Saturday night. But thank you for spending your Sunday night with us. You always have a choice of where you spend your time, and your time is precious, and we're very grateful and honored that you spent it here with us. So until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll talk to you all really soon. Bye, everybody.